Live and direct. Don't get wrecked. Welcoming back grifters who are suspect. What's going on, y'all? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What's happening? What's happening? I'll tell y'all in a second what's been happening. Right? What's been happening? First and foremost, shout out to y'all. You know, another day, another opportunity to be great. For real. I hail from the North Wilderness of America. Wherever wilderness you come from, shout out to you. You know. My parents, they come from a background where people used to carry machetes. They still do on the low. Chop down, right? Chop down whatever trees and greenery that are obstructing the path between you and your endpoint, whatever that is. I be listening to battle rap. I've been a battle rap supporter for a very long time. And unfortunately, one of the MCs who's been legendary, a young guy, in one of his matches, maybe it was a faux pas, maybe it was a mistake he did by saying to his opponent in a match that he's gonna spray his machete. You can't spray a machete. Shout out to DNA. Yeah. Here you go. Here we go. Here we are. You know, Defi, Shucking and Jiving. Got a tap dance. Got a smile. Make me laugh. right? Music. Why aren't you making music? Stop talking. Just entertain. Make jokes. Call on to the energy and the spirit of court jesters that have once walked this earth and provide comedic relief. You can't be trying to be what analytical. You're not trying to provide any type of reasoning and logic and all this. We don't want that. We want to be distracted. We want to remain distracted. We want to stay off the course. You know? Alan Fizzle May, salute to you, young man. May you have a great day. You know what I mean? Glad you're here. Crypto shucking and jiving. When you try to remain genuine as you can, in all your imperfections, people rather you lie. They rather you lie and deceive. They rather celebrate strategy and praise attempts to keep you fooled, to keep you remain disillusioned. It's bad out here in these crypto streets, man, but it's also good if you stick to what works for you. Because you know what I'm discovering again, and maybe I haven't learned a lesson, because I'm discovering again and again, right? That people don't care about the real. They don't. They don't. It's not about real what? What are you talking about? Real what? Real what? Because why? Because everyone has their own plan. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know, I looked across my timeline today because you know sometimes you just gotta stay on. You really have to remain on top. If you in crypto, you got to remain on top as to what's going on in crypto because this space moves too fast. I understand long term. I understand all that. The space moves too fast though. You miss a day, you miss a year. I'm telling you, man. You miss a day in crypto, you miss a lifetime. People shucking and jiving, yo. Shucking and jiving, tap dancing. Folks, come on. There's a show that used to be called Welcome Back. Remember that? No, some of y'all, that was before your time. Welcome Back, Carter. I don't even know the words to that. Welcome back. Welcome back. With a zing on you, taking down. Mace and Betha, Mace from Harlem World. He had a song called Welcome Back after he left P. Diddy. Came back right before he signed to G Unit. He had a song called Welcome Back. had the streets on fire, tearing up the streets. Welcome back. You got a character. You got a character, cause look, man, like you know, I gotta shed light on certain things, man. I just have to, because if I did it, that means I absolutely 100% don't care. That's not me, man. Even though I say this is the Crypto Who Cares Wonder podcast, I never say that like that. But you know, I'm always reminding people who listening to me that nobody cares. But you know, it's because I say that is because I do on some level. Like if I didn't, I would just say other things, deliver different messages. But it's welcome back. Google, welcome back. Welcome back, Carter. Because folks are you know, welcoming back an X-Men character. An X-Men character in the DeFi streets. DeFi. They're welcoming him back. Because see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. It's crazy in these streets. Is the thing. This is the thing. This is the truth. You know, in decentralization, you can't stop anybody from doing what you're doing. You could only control what you do. You could only control what you do. You can't stop people from buying, selling, trading, holding, liquidity providing, staking, mining. You can't stop anybody from doing anything. But because you're human, we're human, and I like to believe I'm talking to human beings. When you see weird characters show up and they're on social media and they're letting it be known like what they're about. They were once avid supporters of Hex all the way. Then something happened where they crashed out, created their own tokens, and not only did they create their own tokens, they had a following, right? People who bought into these tokens and straight up fleeced their community repeatedly. This is what you get in crypto in the spirit of decentralization all the time. You have that all the time. My thing is, stay the hell away from me. Right? I don't pay that any attention. I give it no light. But the problem with that is when you try to ignore, it's almost like sometimes because you ignore a situation that you know is occurring and has occurred, and you are participating on a blockchain, and you know of a character, for example, that has done suspect things, like harmful things to people, and you pretend like it's not happening by ignoring it, and you're a participant on the blockchain, and you know you're familiar, yo, there's a part of that situation. It's almost like you co-sign that joint, because you doing nothing is doing something. Ignoring is not just you absolving yourself and acting like your hands are clean and all that. Like, real talk. If I know, wow, maybe this is a Dipset Caramon special. Mace, I talked about Mace earlier. I talked about some welcome back. Caramon was on a news interview. Forgot what it was. Was it 60 Minutes? Something. I don't know. I don't remember. And he was asked a question about snitching. He was just asked, "Hey, what do you think about snitching?" Oh, he's not a snitch. Blah blah blah. There could be somebody who's a serial killer of some sort, some type of wicked person doing criminal activity living right next door, and he wouldn't tell the cops because he's a real, right? Like he's keeping it real. He's not snitching. He would just get up and move, go somewhere, relocate. He wouldn't tell anybody because he believes in not telling on people. And there's some street code, blah, 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 that I literally can't understand. It's just principles of stupidity. If I'm on the same blockchain and I see some weirdos doing some weirdo stuff, and because I'm a participant and I like to talk on a social media platform, and I'm gonna talk about on this particular blockchain avenue, street, highway that I like to participate, I'm like, hey, you might want to pay attention and this and that and that and this on these people. Yeah, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. Because if I don't and I know better, hey man, that's something I got to deal with. It. I don't choose to deal with it. Pretend like it's not happening, because I would have appreciated if someone else would have put me on game. Because it would let me know that when this person starts to make noise about the block that I'm on, and they're talking about they have a certain party that they're launching, they have a party and they need people to get into the party, you got to pay to get in, right? And all of a sudden, when the party is rocking and rolling, after an hour, all the lights turn on, everybody get out, right? And I knew, and I didn't say anything. What does that make me? But that's me. I'm not saying anybody else should do that, but that's why, the X-Men that they're welcoming back, y'all should know. Y'all should really know that this person, suspect. It ain't alleged either. It's all suspect. Do your research. You know what I mean? Adamantium skeletal frame, right? Weapon X for all the comic book heads from back in the days. Berserker Rage for the video game enthusiasts from back in the days. Yeah, adamantium skeletal frame. Right. Was in love with Jean Grey. Meanwhile, Jean Grey was giving the buns to Cyclops. Never gave adamantium any type of love, any type of burn. Right. Welcome back. These dudes, the dude was like, okay, Hex. What post he put? He put some weird posts like, Hex is the purest, like I'm paraphrasing, purest form of value. I have learned immensely from the losses I have recently suffered, as if people are supposed to make you feel like, you know what, you want sympathy? You want folks to feel sorry for you? Yo, there's this weak man like culture going on in this DeFi. Yo, these men are, I don't even know, like you're just in an utter embarrassment for how you're behaving. You're crying on the internet for attention, man. You know how much stuff like people go through in life that, like, if everyone were to do that, it would just be just a miserable. It would just be some type of like, what do you call it? Estrogen-filled type of monologue from men. Like, who's doing that? These guys. Feel sorry for me. Welcome me back. And guess what? You have characters here too who have openly, publicly said, welcome back. Oh, it's been a while. How have you been, simp? Thank you for coming back. How you doing? Oh, it's great to see you, grifter. It's great to see you back. These people are foolish. And the people that are embracing this guy, yo, the people that are embracing this guy, yo, are your same type of characters. Oh, I've been here since day one. I am an original participant in the ecosystem. I know I am rich, got millions, right? You know better because you've been around since the beginning and you got millions and you doing all this and that and you welcoming back unknown known grifter, capital G, emboldened, bold letters. When they say you need to do your own research, that's not something that people should take lightly at all. Like, it's not all about some math. It's not all about understanding how a contract is working. It's also about a social level because people are looking to be accepted by nature, by default. We were wired that way. Unless you're some type of demon that is not of this world, you want to connect to something. You want to be attracted to something naturally, man. That's why I say what I say and I talk about what I talk. Because you could be proficient in coding and programming and understanding the deep, profound levels of blockchain, these codes, game theory up the wazoo. Game theory up the wazoo. You see, this thing is sound. This thing was just written by somebody that was of a cosmic nature. Boom, here you go. And then you go left, you look at this way, and then there's a group of people that you want to connect to, or something that you see that's just drawing your attention because you're a person of nature. You want to connect. This is what this whole thing about tribalism and gathering is all about, and building culture. You connect with other people who are like-minded like you. Whatever energy that's there, you align with. And then they're giving you information that goes against the pristine math that you praise, the pristine code formula that cannot be refuted. That's there, that's been there since the beginning of time and will be there well after our days. You dismiss that because you now are hearing some people praising something that's going against what's been tried and true. But because you want to align and act like you cool and it doesn't matter and feed into some other story by some other people, it don't even like it just boggles my mind. It's sort of like the mysteries of life. I have I have this hex token and this is the blockchain that it's on and this is what the hex token does and this and that and that and this and all this math and I can game theory your ass to death to prove how solid this is. Meanwhile, you have these defectors that you like. You don't even know why you like. You just seem to just whatever. Maybe because you I don't know. Maybe they like the same type of music you like. Maybe they like the same type of girls or men that you like. Who knows? Like interest. And then they start telling you about some other stuff going on that got nothing to do with Hex anymore. And you didn't do your social research. You didn't do your research on these people and what they're about. You just think they're cool because a lot of people listen to them. A lot of blind people follow them. A lot of deaf people follow them. A lot of mute people follow them. And you just want to be down. And people weird out here, man. Make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't it just doesn't it just boggles my mind. So dude comes back and praising, oh yeah, Hex, and this is what it's about. It's the purest form of this and that. Meanwhile, dude, you don't think shout out Cat Williams, you don't think we see you? You don't think we see you? You don't think like we can see you? Seriously? We see what you've done. Like it's documented. That's just a given. Like I mentioned recently, there was another member in the community that said, listen, man, the second generation, the second set is the best set. That's what he coins it. Shout out Trap Gravity. The second set of hexing is the best set. Post BPD, post Big Payday group that came in and just want to just, hold on to the principles of what Hex is really about and this and that. And those people up till now, it seemed like it's taking the charge in a great way, in a sense where because you just holding on to what allows this whole thing to work. Make it make sense. If y'all gonna welcome back that dude, you might as well welcome back Joker. You might as well welcome back a whole bunch of other people. Where's T Money? Welcome dude back. Welcome everybody back. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, it's not like you can stop people. This whole thing. That's why I said in the beginning. You can't gatekeep, block people from participating in these things, but you openly on a social media platform. Unfortunately, and I've said this too, Twitter's a cesspool. But guess what? It's the most popular tool for people to really see real time, or at least close to real time, what's going on in crypto in these markets. YouTube is not is just a whole different system. Twitter is it's just right there, quicker. So you got all the day, you get all the up to date of whatever, right? All the up to date of whatever. For example, RA sends a tweet, it's up to date right there, right? Or as current as up to date as possible. Not on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Not on some Telegram or Discord or whatever app. So Twitter is what it is. You take the good with the bad. But these people go to the social media thing, openly declare, oh yeah, hey, I'm back, people. Yeah, I'm back. Why don't you allow every other grifter that has come and gone? Welcome them back. Well, oh yeah, open arms. What type of signal does that send? Right? What type of message does that send to these people, yo? Shucking and jiving, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. And the people that welcome back, look, man, show me your friends. I'll show you who you are, man. I don't care if they're friends or not. But show me who you support like that close, even on the internet, blah, blah, blah. I'll show you who you are, because what? You have some type of affinity for somebody and what they do and blah, blah, blah. And so, you're welcoming them back. So, you realize this person rugged every coin he launched after he just went on or whatever, crashed out, talking about Hex. Anything else he launched after that was a failure. Purposefully, like they call this dude like Dumpster. Saying, the internet is undefeated. Dumpster. People, yo. And I say this too because, a lot of people, whatever, like there's some new people coming in all the time. You don't know who's who and who's listening. They find a message from this person. They think he's authentic because people are welcoming him back. Folks have been around for the beginning, and they're gonna think, oh yeah, this solid. Yo, he got the validation from people who welcome him back, who've been around too, who seem like they OGs and all that. And a new person doesn't know any better. They're gonna buy into whatever dude doing and might get, the bad experience again. Because how can you listen, man? Trust is something people play with so much in this crypto thing, man. I mean, sometimes you wonder, like, who raised y'all? Where'd y'all grow up? Like, what type of upbringing did you have? Them folks are just so forgiving. Like, unless you're a part of it, unless you're complicit, unless this is your strategy, this is what you've been a part of the whole time, right? Because how are you gonna trust somebody? Trust somebody who fleeced repeatedly over and over. First, they were a part of the. They call themselves, Hexicans and all that, right? OG and blah blah blah. Leave the community or is quiet about it and is perpetually dumping, creating projects and dumping on the community, and then comes back and it's all welcome back. Where's the trust? You lose it. When you lose trust in the real world, it's very hard to reclaim, depending on who the person is. You got to move mountains to even have maybe a third or maybe a quarter of anything related to having some type of trust back. But here, you know why? It's interesting, right? You got to watch the patterns and behaviors sometimes of individuals and what they do, what they show you, their actions and things. It's very fascinating. Like, all this is going to be, in 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, when you find these case studies in academia, they're just going to make studies and studies and, oh man, that's going to be something remarkable regarding, psychology of people and how they deal with crypto. It's going to be remarkable. I ain't going to be around to see it, but who cares? It's for the future. And it's going to be stemming from these types of things right here. Like, you welcoming them back like that, like it's all good. That means you're part of it. You're part of it. You're not only somebody getting victimized and you're dealing with some Stockholm syndrome, trying to love the abuser, appreciate and praise the abuser, but you're probably, down with the program. You're down with the program. None of these guys are official, y'all. None of them. I don't care what you tell me, how many times they smile and try to like talk sweet to you and give you some fake alpha. They're not official. As far as being genuine, real, telling you, listen, man, if somebody were to show up on an internet and tell you, listen, man, I am a genuine grifter, I will scam and fleece the living shit out of you, I'd give them more respect than these fake wannabes over here acting like they're about something and behind the scenes they're doing everything else. I'd give somebody who's openly candid and honest and say, listen, I will take everything you got. You give me the chance, because that's what I do. They deserve much more respect than anybody else who pretends and fakes and who's a hypocrite. It's just what it is. And it might work for them too. Because the life is weird and mysterious that way. But what do these people do? What do they do? Pretend. What do they do? Lie. And continue, like, because it's profitable for them. You understand? It's profitable. It's been profitable. These are certain things of crypto that folks don't talk about. They don't. Because they'll listen to what's being said similar to what I'm saying and then downplay it, dismiss it, say, oh no, these guys are doing things in bad faith. This is not the rhetoric. This is not, this is just a disgruntled, bitter person talking. No. That's not the case. That's not the case. They don't want the truth to disrupt whatever wickedness they got going on, yo. Because understand, this is what I'm saying goes against their program. It goes against it. How, for everything that is good in life, you had some sucker ass founder, and it's always going to come up for a while. This is what it is. It's about history. This is out there, and it's going to continuously be out there because this is what follows the person. And other people are really realizing now what's been said since last summer about this collective pH balance. How is it? How is it that you go on spaces Talk about elephant not in the room. Because RH was absent, not as vocal as he once was, you know, post chain launch. You call yourself doing the spaces unrecorded, 7 hours. Talk, 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 talk. Try to convince and persuade other builders and developers to buy into your story of how everybody needs to be led. You need to come together as developers and founders and lead the community to some kind of fake promised land. Who knows what that even meant? And then more than once mention in that 7 hour stream that anyone who's talking about RH Maxi solely, unequivocally, just want to be committed to that, those people need to be broken. You need to break them. And then when I ask you directly on the same platform, not spaces, but on the same platform by way of X, when I ask you directly, who are you talking about? You start to shuck and jive and lie. That's what he did. So this is a person who y'all rally behind. The same people that gave Dumpster the welcome back hug, the same people that rally behind people like the whole pH Balance crew. Right? And you got this one who wants to be some mouthpiece for whatever people that he's trying to lead with this Illuminati insider group, whatever. Shucking and jiving, literally shucking and jiving, where you have your avatar blackface when you sound like the only Caucasian. And this is who y'all adore and praise and support. And you align the names of your products with this hypersexual connotation. How twisted, but listen, I'm doing things in bad faith. Things are being done in bad faith. This is who y'all support, though. Why? Because you bought into the rhetoric. You may even share the same sensibilities, right? Oh yeah, the money is gonna go where the money thinks it should be respected, or the person who has the money is gonna play a game to where they think their money can multiply and be respected. It doesn't matter if you got somebody in blackface talking about some hypersexualized type of name, who in legacy from where you come from, supposedly, allegedly, nobody cares, is going to look at your product, the name, the brand of what you talking about, and take you serious in the world. Like, really. With the racist connotations laden throughout everything you got going on. Who is going to take you serious? Who in legacy? Unless they align with your rhetoric, with your hateful, right, degenerative rhetoric. Talk about institutions and all this money on the sidelines. They're going to look at your name, which is a play on anal sex. What are we talking about, son? And you in blackface. And take you serious? And then get scared when you get called out. For the last several months, these are the same people that got supporters. It's those supporters you got to look after. It's those supporters, the people that support you got to look after too. You got to not even look after in a positive way. You got to be mindful of who these supporters are. You think it's smart to have some type of extremist type of view and ideology, right? And if there's some type of financial benefit tied to whatever you got going on, you think it's smart, unless you don't literally don't care, to put your business out there in the world, in the public, and that there'll be no pushback. You understand? Like, this is what these idiots do. Because you have folks out here that are absolutely, they do not like people. There are people out here that can't stand individuals. They can barely understand themselves. They hate life. All they love is power, money, greed. And they just do what they do, clandestine and behind in the backgrounds or whatever, in your plain sight, but you can't even see it because you don't know what you're looking for. It's not necessarily even clandestine. You just don't know. You don't see what you're looking for. And sometimes it's right in front of our faces. They put themselves out there. Dude is a crash dummy too. That pH balance, all them crash dummies, yo. But what happened is they got the favor, they got the support, they got the praise from everybody who threw all that money at them. And the whole point of that is I'm looking at, it's like you look at him and you're like, oh yeah, you buy into somebody who did something that really is a racist or supports racism in some form of fashion. Your money's tied into that, yo, that's you, right? Decentralization, you can do whatever you want, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, all these freedoms that y'all be talking about. Oh yeah, freedom to do this, freedom to do that, and don't understand how the freedom, it gets dark. Oh no, but it's under the umbrella of being sovereign and do what you want. Express yourself how you see fit until it harms you, right? Liars. That dude, I mean, it's just a done deal. Done deal with that. And I have to really be honest with myself. Did I really expect him to really be forthcoming and tell me the truth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never mind the fact that the whole thing was erased. But trust me when I tell you, I'm not the only one who heard it. I'm not the only one who mentioned what he said to the leaders in that on that Spacers call. I'm not the only one who heard him say that those guys need to get broken, need to break them. You had other builders on that call. You had other builders on that call who said not a word. Other builders, current builder, all these guys that be caping, right? They fighting on the Cape Crusade. Oh, builders loved it. Yeah, they were on the call. They were on the call because they were talking. And then the supporters of the builders too, the supporters too, the popular ones that you could, yeah, yeah, that are cringe, that think that everything is about whatever they say, that they appear like they have the best interest of the community in their mind, and they're the smartest, and they know what they talk. They were there. They were there. You think they gave this guy any pushback? But that's the crop. That's what you look at as far as you consider them the cream of the crop of this fake shantytown. And you gave them support. You give them support. You give them adoration. You give them your energy. You give them your money. hmm That's where things are at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then it's getting to a point where things are just getting a little too hot. Things are getting a little too hot. Been shucking and jiving too long, too much. The price you pay for being an idiot. That's it. That's it. That's it. Disciple, wonder the historian. What's up, man? Prospector, good day, good day, good day to you. Good morning, DJ Bomber. Salute, salute. Firefighter, enjoying the stream on my ride to work. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know. Oh, see, oh, really? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I tell you, man. A couple people let him have it hard, and you see, that's for you think it's because he did nothing. I'm not saying that to you. But I'm just speaking out loud. That was for nothing. Why would you go up to somebody and have some type of hard hard exchange of words with some? You know what I mean? Oh, it's because oh no, Pulse Doge, right? Pulse Bitcoin, ASIC. That's just the three I could think of off rip. Where they're at, where they at. And I remember seeing it during the whole sacrifice before Pulse Chain launched. All this stuff about it, all this stuff, all this pepper, all this stuff, rugging. Hurt the people to enrich themselves and then get praised to return. Like them, yo, some people, they're not afraid, they don't care, they have no conscience whatsoever to show you how wickedly evil that they are. They have a sinister spirit about them, y'all. Telling the man, yo, good to see you, welcome back, is because, yo, they come from that ilk. They're cut from the same cloth, people. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. They're cut from the same cloth. And it's those same individuals that support people like Buck. Real talk. Real talk, yo. Real talk. You don't have to believe me. You know, you don't have to believe a word I'm saying. You know? But that's just what it is. It's just what it is. When are people going to really take themselves serious, take their time serious? Time is something that, you know, we can't even control because in some circles, time and space don't even exist. But we use these things here to measure, right? As a form of measurement. And how are we going to just disrespect these tools that we have to measure our lives and everything that's taking place by not focusing on what we have here that can help us for our future? In the meantime, we're watching synonymous, like we're watching everything that's going on just on Pulse Chain within the last few weeks, this last month. We're seeing the rise of prices. You're watching like certain activity take place. You're watching certain things unfold for you if you were dollar cost averaging since the chain launched all the way up till now. You're watching this thing take place. And one thing too, like we have to sort of understand everyone is not going to have your plan. Everyone has their own plan. Crypto solo mission. It's just you deciding what's good for you. And I respect that. I have to respect that. Coming into crypto 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I have to respect what it is because no one forced me into this space. I came in and I learned all the way up till now, and I'm still learning. What I have to respect even more is if you get involved with a situation and you applying the principles and you watching it unfold and work for you, that's your work. That's something you have to respect, you have to value. So your stance becomes even more strengthened, and you're firm when you're watching the fugazi fuckery take place, people. When other people are just crashing out, these people are just doing all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff. You're just looking at it in utter amazement, and it just becomes a form of sordid type of entertainment. Because for me, it's some type of sordid type of entertainment. And my way of just letting that shit go is when I talk about it on the internet, like now. Like, all right, once I'm done with this, I'm done with it. As far as, in a sense, I put it in its place. And the only reason why I brought up pH balance too is because that narrative keeps unfolding. It was a few days ago when I asked him direct question, because I've since then made content about this guy, made music with shout out with Post Disciple, about no fucks given and all these other weird things he's been going on, these fake evaluations that they give, all this just nothing but weird ad hominems and insults against RH and all this. So meanwhile, you on the chain, and all he did was tap dance and say that he doesn't even think that he said that because it didn't even make sense to say that everybody should rally together, the leaders should rally together and break people. Like, he lied flat out, yo. Flat out lied. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And now you're in hot water with another community, right? Another community warring with another community. If you're so great at what you're doing, why you got all these issues and ongoing conflicts with people, and more people are beginning to see how wretched these individuals are? It's ugly. It's really crazy. But the thing that gives me peace, pause, and just rest, and this is why I share these things with people, is the core principles of what got us to where we are. Never forget the core principles. Treat the core principles as an old friend that you don't leave behind, because it's that friend that got us to where we are today. Seriously. And it's true. What if, imagine you have a founder that could tell you when the top of Bitcoin hits. That's a signal. He's telling the world just like that. You didn't have to pay a course for it. And it was up to you to do. I was there when he said it, like on a live stream, in the middle of 21, around 21, between the spring and the fall of 21, that time period. Post-chain sacrifice was, raging. Watching the live streams. Dude said it live. He was off by, a couple thousand. Bitcoin did reach like 69 or so, 68, whatever it was, off by a couple thousand, but you said it for free. So you could decide, oh, wow, okay, hey, even the bottom calls, okay, this and that. Like, this guy just, hey, if that's your mindset, you want to trade and do certain things, and this is what you're doing, and okay, you got somebody doing it for you, you could benefit that way without hacks. You know what I'm saying? Who else has done that? Like, successfully, what other founder been in crypto for 15 years has done that? You think Vitalik cares? Hoskinson, all them, they don't care. They don't care. The world, just like in life, filled with mystery, right? Filled with mystery. But Danny Amore, salute. George Takeo, what's up, what's up, what's up? World is filled with mystery. And as time goes by, we evolve. So I would be like, I'm not a hater, y'all. That's one thing. I'm not a hater. Like it takes too much energy. Too much energy. What Richard did so far, in my opinion, is something groundbreaking by way of just sharing the real information over the years about crypto, the do's and don'ts. I would be lying to myself if I believe that no one is going to apply those principles and let it rip, as far as like take those same teachings, use that information, and create something to benefit the world. I'd be lying. I'd be a hater. I'd be a hypocrite. I really would. And that's what's going to happen, because for every destructive type of force that's out here, you have its opposite. You have potential. You have the greatness. You have ambition. You have motivation. You have knowledge that's constantly that's being widening as time goes by. The breadth of knowledge expands, right? So we're going to see, I hope, in our lifetime, where this thing just, what he did was light a fire that's been revolutionary, groundbreaking, and will stand the test of time as long as crypto exists. And people are going to catch on to that wave and do the same thing in their own ways. My thing is, there will be plenty of mistakes along the way. Plenty of mistakes along the way, because that's what happened when Bitcoin in its first 5, 6, 7 years went through. Modest amount of coins happened the first few years. Then you started seeing a coin ranking site, and you look at those coins from 2015, 2016. Many of those coins that were on the front page of any coin listing site are not there today. You know, so you're gonna have people just creating things and they'll fall short. But then you're gonna have that one that hits, and they're gonna be a witness and a living testament based on the foundation, based on the real core principle that this man set forth, because this is too powerful to ignore. That's just how I feel. It's too powerful to ignore. You could call them experiments, you could call them X, Y, and Z, but hey, man, whatever. But at the same time, the core is the core for a reason. It's the core for a reason. And in a weird, twisted, sordid way, if these fools and idiots and negative, nefarious, shady, bad actors, they understand something. That's why they stick around. So I say that to say, don't let the shadiness of these wicked, evil people throw you off in your plan, because they're doing whatever confusing, convoluted tactics to get you to sell into the trash they're selling you, to get rid of your core coins, to give them your money, in other words, right? Enriching them. They're doing that because they understand where the real is at. They understand what this is really about in their sordid, twisted, maniacal ways. That's why you shouldn't be thrown off your center. You shouldn't be thrown off your square. You shouldn't be thrown off your path. You should stay committed and balanced and level-headed. Because this is not anything unusual. This was something that we prepared for, and I've been talking about it even in the sacrifice phase in 2021, the fall of 2021. I said when Pulse Chain comes out, you're gonna have people coming out of the woodwork to try to convince you to sell your bags to them. Not just to sell it and get rid of it, to sell it to them. And they've been successful at it. As crazy, as sordid, as impure and evil as they are, yo, why do you think they remain here? Why do you think? It's just what it is. You could say, "Oh, you racist! Oh, you scammer! Oh, you disingenuous bad actor! You nefarious, shady, fool, idiot! Get out of here! You crook! You fraudulent criminal! All kinds of stuff." But they stay. You know why? You know why? Because Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, even Ink Token are the core coins. Are the core. The founder represents the core of what crypto is about. Good, bad, or you don't have to like it, you don't have to agree, you don't have to accept it. Everyone else is trying to prove him wrong. Everyone else is trying to prove him wrong and rewrite the story, rewrite history. But why do you think they remain? You could easily get up, take your sacrifice money or whatever, take your ideas and promises and go on other chains. It's not hard. Because the blockchain, as far as these core principles, and when you're talking about the truth engine such as Hex and the layer one with Pulse Chain and PulseX, all these things, it's almost like it puts a mirror in front of you and it shows you, yo, this is what it is. These are the tools. No one can tell you what to do or cannot do with what these is. You call the shots. The power's in your hands for real. Irrespective of whatever, entity that's out there that has all the coins, all of that stuff, all that mumbo jumbo, whatever. You find that in legacy world. Two, irrespective of all that, you have one human being who just made a decision to say, through his challenges, through his mental problems, this is what he said live on an interview. If his mental problems is gonna allow people to get mad gains, well, they'll be all worth it. With his mental problem, even though if he has a mental problem, with his mental problem, he's gonna allow people to have mad gains. Who talks like that? I don't care how narcissistic he is. I don't care whatever he deals with, because I get critical about him too. There's things about that what he's done I did not agree with and I do not like. But I don't care about all that because nobody's perfect. But who else is playing this game the way he's played it and has been successful and forget about market price activity and all this other stuff. Everything goes up and everything goes down. Who else has done it this way and welcomes the world? Meanwhile, if you welcome more people to stake Hex, your returns dilute. He don't care. It's just here. Come get what you deserve. Like, as far as just autonomy, right? Permission resistant. You can't upgrade this code. It works on your own time. You call the shots. You make your contract agreement. You lock this thing up. You get the rewards. People can't see past their nose. They rather be distracted. They rather make mistakes. They rather be lied to. They prefer to be lied to than to be told the real. It's unfortunate. I don't care about some popularity contest, people. This is why I do what I do, and I've been doing it for years. Like I said, I don't ask people, oh, share the stream, donate, like the channel. I used to, but that's not what I do this for. I do this to leave it out there in the ether. For every antagonist, every opposing view from someone who just has venom in their heart, have to say bad things about this ecosystem, you could at least find over here I've tried to present logical thought rebuttals to the fugazi nonsense you hear in the world without putting up any charts, any type of interviews, and any, because this is just me naturally. Shout out to the people who are analytical, who create their content in their own way. Shout out to those who do that, because everyone contributes to the whole. Everyone has something to contribute. This is just my style. Because the stuff I'd like to do, I really don't have enough time in the day to do. But at least I could just do this, and at the same time, go run to the plantation so I can earn my keep. Yeah, because I got a job. I got work. But this is important to me too. It is very important to me. Taking the time out to say, hey, listen, man, like there's some weird things going on here. It's not gonna go ignored. I have to say something, or I would not be me. Those guys embracing Gunther with open arms, that's weird to me. Weird to me. Weird to me. Y'all are weirdos. Take it however you want. Everybody embracing Gunther on some welcome back kumbaya. Y'all are weird. 100%. Like, come on, man. I know you've been called worse. Wield is a mind. That's just a we. Come on, so how you get what? How many other people have come and gone and shamed themselves out of the community, and or not even. It's not even about shaming yourself out of the community. You've done things to hurt people in the community. How many others have done the same? Welcome them back. The same. Tin Top, Farley Familiar. Good to see you. Yeah, so good people. Once again, thank you for rocking with me. Just be mindful of the foolishness. Just be mindful, folks. Stay vigilant. And when the bull market comes, oh man, they say we're in the beginnings of the bull now. But when that euphoric stage comes, people, try to be as balanced, as focused as you can too, because it's gonna feel great. And that's not a bad thing. It's gonna feel great. It's gonna feel spectacular. Like you get ready. Get ready. But don't get shaken out by weird stuff taking place. Right? Don't shake yourselves out. There was something else I was gonna mention, but it slipped my mind. So it might not have been important to mention. But when it does, I'll be sure on my next episode, next stream, to mention it. One love to everybody in this chat and the viewers that watch, but not to the naysayers and not to the evildoers. Y'all go wayward. Go where far away, far away. Keep your negative energy and prowess leagues away from everything good we got going on over here. That's just a fact, period. Blessings.